Hey everybody, we're back with Off the Highway. I'm Tony Kriz, and that is Frank Schaeffer, artist, writer, former filmmaker, fantastic person. You can find him at frankschaeffer.com. His most recent book is called Why I'm an Atheist Who Believes in God by Frank Schaeffer. Frank, my question for you in light of your most recent book is, when you say that you're an atheist, what do you mean by that?
Well, hey, I didn't say I was an atheist. I say I'm an atheist who believes in God. Different sentence.
Yes.
And the subtitle of the book is important because
Yes.
it's how to give love, create beauty, and find peace. So obviously my definition of being an atheist who believes in God is my road to finding peace. So the first thing I'd say about the title is that it is meant to provoke exactly the question you asked. And my answer, the short answer is, look, this is an anti-labeling title. I don't believe you or I or your wife or my children or anybody we know, gay, straight, white, black, male, female, is defined by their label. Even labels of male and female are insignificant. We're all people, and we're ambivalent, and we're on a journey. And when it comes to spirituality, issues about God, we are most especially on a journey. Look at me, having gone from a religious right figure in the 70s and 80s to someone who is part of a progressive Christian movement that I hope is a movement of rebirth today. I am a completely different person. Look at me as a father. I was a harsh Calvinist teenage father that got my wife Jeannie pregnant when we were 17 and 18, and thought I was head of the home because God had put me in charge as a male. I'm a 62-year-old grandfather of 5 grandchildren now and 3 grown kids. I'm a different man. I treat them totally differently than I did as a young father. So when I look at issues like belief in God, who you marry, the work you do, what I see is the hand of serendipity there. I don't see a series of rational choices like, oh, now I believe this because here are the 7 reasons. This is how you raise children, whatever it may be. So the title, Why I'm an Atheist Who Believes in God, is meant to be contradictory. It's meant to say, I don't buy simple definitions. Rather, I embrace paradox. And through embracing paradox, I find peace. Why? Because that's actually the way the world is. There are things that can't be resolved. And here's the biggest one. We are biological machines that started as single-celled creatures in the slime, that came from inert matter, that itself came from energy and stardust. And here we are talking about intellectual and spiritual concepts that depend on our consciousness and our empathy. And so there's a contradiction there. We're biological machines, but we look at each other right here on this program with spiritual eyes. How do you explain that? You don't. This is the great mystery of human existence. So rather than try to say, let's get our beliefs straight, rather let's work on getting the content of our character in order and work on that and have peace about the fact that there are irresolvable paradoxes which confront us in life every day. That's not particular to theology or faith. That's all of life, even trying to define a word like love, for instance.
Everybody, that's Frank Schaeffer. He's the author of Why I'm an Atheist Who Believes in God, How to Give Love, Create Beauty, and Find Peace. I read this book. It made me laugh. It inspired my soul. I found myself thinking about other things about my life, reframing some of my beliefs, and it's very helpful. I would encourage anybody to read it. Thanks so much, Frank.
Hey, thanks, Tony.